Boys and girls, I hope you're well. Let's have another pick a card, and today is going to be what is the biggest lesson. Right, let's keep in mind something though, that's because you very often mirroring each other, that can be also your biggest lesson. How fascinating, eh? Two for the price of one. Fabulous. Okay, so we're gonna have two paths, as you know. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's think about this. 1, 2, 1, 2. What is the biggest lessons? Six of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, Death. Well, very straightforward here. Bing, bam, boom. Loving this. I have to stop saying this. Bing, bam, boom. What is that? Whatever. Right. Okay. So they obviously the biggest lesson is, well, equal give and take. Okay, that can be something they're not used to. They might be used to give too much or take too much, and they're not aware that obviously it's not like you give to receive, but there's a logic here, there's a balance that needs to be kept, otherwise things do not go very well. So things are moving in the right direction at the end of the day, so they will learn that lesson whether they like you or not, and they're gonna have to drop a way of being. So if they were giving too much or not enough, at the end of the day they're gonna learn balance, because the way they were, I would say, acting or reacting is not actually working. So they are aware that things have to change, and maybe because of your situation, guys, well, they have no choice really. They have to move forward. So at the end of the day, the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that things are moving for the better, so that's a good news. At the moment, they might go through some anxiety and sleepless night because they have to let go of a way of being. And when you spend, 20, 30, 40, 50 years a certain way, and you have to relearn a different way, it's very difficult sometimes, because you hold on to a pattern, you hold on to a belief, an limiting belief, whatever it is, but you are used to it. It's your routine, and suddenly you have to let it go, so you don't even know if you can swim in that new sea. So poetic, is insane. But with the Queen of Swords, they know that if they don't change or transform or rebalance their way of being, then you will probably cut them off if you haven't done that already. So with you, or because of you, or thanks to you, whatever, they have the clarity now. They know that the way they used to be is just not functioning anymore. I think it's also, to be fair, a lesson from life, and with or without you, they needed to learn that lesson. Okay, so you know what I'm saying, and it's for a good reason, because if they do this rebalancing, they're gonna become the emperor, and that can be a male, female, doesn't matter, but the energy of getting things done, knowing exactly where you stand, and your worth. Because an emperor is not going to be begging for love, it's not going to love too much, it's just going to be fair. It's going to be like, because the emperor is 4 kings in one, so definitely knows his value or her value, it doesn't matter, right? So there is a clarity that going to offer absolutely a brand new beginning in their life. So yes, maybe the lesson is a bit difficult to digest, it's true, it's a lot to let go of. However, it's a new way, and it's actually a better way. So whether you two remain connected, that lesson was necessary in order for them to really have a new start in their life, a brand new start, and hopefully with you. But at the end of the day, you maybe both needed to learn that lesson. Equal give and take. It's what it's all about. And as well, with equal give and take comes the transparency, because there's no reason to actually pretend otherwise. It's what you see is what you get, really, and that's amazing, and that's something they need to have, and they need to learn the transparency to actually say what they do what they say, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so that was pile number 1. Pile number 2. Okay, where the biggest lesson? Okay, 5 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. Well. Okay, there's 2 things here. The 5 of Swords can be read in 2 different ways. Either they were very arrogant, Or they were thinking that, you know what, they took too much on with you. That they actually thought, well, no, how am I going to be able to cope with that person? I mean, she's or he is too amazing for me. I don't deserve that. I don't even know how to deal with this. This is just like, wow, okay. But it can be as well very arrogant. And arrogance, as we know, is a defensive mechanism. It's quite often someone who's not very sure of themselves, not very self-confident. Therefore, they show kind of a persona they kind of like so self-insure, but we know it's just a facade, right? But it's true in some way that you actually are very well together. You are someone who had to regain your independence financially, emotionally. You have to work hard to rebuild, your identity. And it didn't end up on your lap just like that. You had to work hard for it, okay? And you look pretty damn good. And you look very together. It's not just not the look. You are very together. You're very real. But because you know the price of the transformation and the hard work, then you're not gonna accept any kind of in between. Ain't gonna work, okay? So at the end of the day, because they want a reconciliation, they know they have to be real. Either they're gonna have to level up and get to your level if they think that you're so magnificent, because you are, of course. But also, if they're not self-confident and with a facade of arrogance, then they have to get their thing together, right? Because that's not gonna work with you at all. You're not buying it, okay? So go somewhere else, grow up, and come back when you're ready, kind of thing. You see what I'm saying? Lovely. So they maybe were a little bit of a player. Everything was about, I want something, I go and get it. Consequences, oh well, that's irrelevant. Well, you can't do this. No, that ain't gonna work. So they were playing, they were irresponsible, they hurt people and maybe you in the meantime. So that's not gonna work. So you were gaining your strengths that inspire them to do the same, or to actually have a good look at themselves, because maybe the facade is really not. It's just a facade. This is nothing behind it. So unless you have some kind of, something in that box, then forget about the box. So it doesn't need a very nice wrapping if there's nothing in the box, okay? So Six of Swords, yeah, you're moving towards harmony. Definitely, you two together, you can actually make it work. But that has to be, that lesson has to be learned, And yes, how? By purging, obviously. Purging, letting go of this attitude, letting go of the low self-esteem. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's based on. And all of this has to go. All of this has to go, because it's all about what is in that box. What are they all about? What do they have to offer? Okay, because at the end of the day, if it's not much, it's fine. But as long as it's real, if it's real, it's fine. But if it's just like pretending, ain't gonna work. So they're gonna drop the attitude, because that doesn't work for them. Okay, at the end of the day, they want a reconciliation. Let's not forget. So they're gonna have to learn. Well, and if they don't, life will make sure to make them learn. Yes, because the universe is gonna show them why you resisting this. Okay, let me show you. And it's normal, and it's nothing dramatic. I mean, I know it looks dramatic, a tarot moment. It does, but it's not. It's nothing you can't or they can't handle. It's just something that, okay, let's just let's cut the fluff and go straight to the point here. And so it's a moment that kind of shake your boat, bring you back to reality, to your truth, because you can't avoid it anymore. Okay, so yeah, it's a limiting belief here. If they think you're so magnificent, well, you are a human being. You went through your ups and downs, you learned your lesson, you had to go through, a lot, but it's okay. You can do this. And if you can do that, they can do that as well. Okay, so they have to remove any limiting belief. And very often, arrogance is a cover of a low self-esteem at the end of the day. So yes, because they are feeling left in a cold, they have to react, because what they want with you is a 10 of Pentacles. And they know that if they do the work, if they drop the attitude, the arrogance, and boost the self-esteem, looking at everything they've done, the qualities, the achievement, then you two together, you are absolutely a match, because you had to go through ups and downs in life. You had to learn your lesson. You had to rebuild yourself and each other. And together, my goodness, there's so much abundance. The abundance of respect, of love. There's an abundance of money as well, and achievement, because together you can just, the sky is the limit. There's nothing stopping you after that reconciliation. Nothing can stop you. And they know that you are each other match, which is scary, it's true. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Life is too short. And we know that even more this year. So, food for thought. Okay, have a beautiful day and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.